Yo, yo, yo! Davenport, Iowa, Village Comedy, let's go! Let's go. I'm your MC for you guys. I'm JT. This thing for all you folks. Don't have a lot of new material. Just here too. You guys, I don't know about you, but I like my karaoke like I like my cocaine. Too many lines I can't fucking remember. Fucking got 'em. Guys, let's all take one moment of silence real quick for the kid who fell in Harambe's pit. Let's think about that kid for a second.
Fuck that kid.
Yeah, fuck that kid. Growing up, I imagine, like, you know, I'm trying to picture this kid's life when he grows up. Like, if he knows what he did to Harambe, it's like, does he play Donkey Kong and let Donkey Kong win? Does he do that when he's playing that game? Does he go to the zoo and let monkeys throw poop at him? He should. He should.
Damn right.
He should let them throw poop. You know, poop's an interesting word, guys. Poop's a very interesting word. I'm gonna tell you why it's interesting, Woodford. I don't give a fuck. I'm Zero Fucks, JTK's up here. Zero fucks.
Yeah!
You know, you got a word like shit, but then you got a word like poop. It's a pretty cute word, poop. You know, shit sounds so angry and mean. Like, ah, shit, I missed a turn. And then you get, oh, poop, I forgot to pay my taxes. Poop's been a very cute word. You know, poop is the PR campaign for shit. It's been making shit sound good for the past 40 years. It's a good service we have for poop. It's a very good service for making shit sound good. I've been more productive with my time lately, trying to multitask, trying to get multiple shit done at once. Just the other day, folks, I'll tell you this much. Just the other day, I took a shit and then I took out the trash. I didn't have to, you know, did that all, like, you know, in sequence. You know, I didn't have to fucking, like, wash my hands twice. Just take a shit, take out the trash, and wash my hands only once. I'm good. I mean, it's kind of hard to shit in the bag. It's kind of hard to shit in the trash bag, but, you know, that's so it shows poops can be hard sometimes. That's all I'm saying. We're talking about hard poops. But hey, we don't got any more hard poops right now, but we do have some hard jokes right now. That's my time for the MC-ness tonight. We're gonna keep bringing up more comments for y'all. We're doing a shorter set tonight for you guys. On deck, we got Mr. Zach Vaughn. We're coming up to the stage right now. Please make some noise. Austin Ingalls, everybody.
Keep going for JT Cage, everybody. Britney Spears was just slapped in the face by an NBA rookie security team. Did you guys see that shit? Yeah. She ran up to the rookie and her security guard just slapped her in the face. One question about it, the security guard said he heard Britney say, "Hit me baby one more time." Ryan Gosling plays Ken in the new Barbie movie and said he gives off Kenergy. I give off Kenergy too. I'm smooth everywhere like a Ken doll, and girls prefer a bigger toy after sleeping with me. Hey-o. Election year coming up, that's going to be awesome to hear all you guys talk about that. But President Biden had the most votes in the history last election. FDR had the most terms in history. What do these two presidents have in common? They both need wheelchairs. I work out at Planet Fitness because I'm the scum of the universe. And there's this guy at the gym who looks like Kyle Rittenhouse. Remember that little silly fucker? Yeah. I want to call this guy out and tell him to lift somewhere else. But everyone has the right to lift arms. That's back-to-back politics. Who the fuck am I? A lot of people are against the Bix race because the guy was a pedophile. Yeah. You can protest the race all you want. There's no better way of honoring a pedophile than running away from one. Honoring Bix reminds me of people who celebrate running a half a marathon. Next time you run that half a marathon and want to brag about it, I hope there's half a bombing. Yeah, I was going there the whole fucking time. I wasn't good at math in school. It's not my fault. My math teacher was terrible at numbers. He could never tell if anyone was 18. I was a substitute teacher for a bit, and I loved it when kids would bring me snacks to eat. I was always hungry after we had sex. My uncle pulled me aside one day and said, you know, people who hurt others are usually the most hurt themselves. I said, that's a weird way of telling me I'm about to get molested. It always upsets me when another comic tells me to be clean, and it weirds me out too. I don't want kids to hear my jokes. I want them to take my candy. Yeah, that's a fun one. I was walking around the Quad Cities the other day, and it's ironic that the people who post no trespassing signs in their yard always have the least approachable house. Beware of dog? No, the dog is the least of my worries. My girlfriend and I just had a baby named Alex, and we got a new puppy too for little Alex to play with. Our son was having trouble getting used to the puppy, so sadly, after a lot of discussion, even some crying, we decided to get rid of Alex. My ex had a Great Dane, but sadly, it didn't live very long. The dog is healthy though. The first people who got shit on by birds and then said it was good luck probably were living really shitty lives before that. I mean, imagine how low you have to be in life if you have shit fall on your head and think, wow, it's only up from here. Okay. Sometimes I feel like life is one of those signs at businesses that says when the last work day or injury was. I get a few good days going and then bam, I shit my pants. Guys, I told my friend who was struggling with depression, don't worry, the grass is always greener on the other side. You'll find your path. But he's blind, so he walked into traffic. No more depression. No more walking either. He's very easygoing now, just rolls with things. Oh, yeah. That's just as good as laughs to me, folks. My friend died in a motorcycle accident, so now I look both ways before I pull out in front of one. My friend did die in a motorcycle accident, but he was overweight and had a heart attack. The semi didn't help. My friend is a stripper, and she makes a killing at the strip club she works at. She has her own section at the bar, the North Pole. One of my friends has one leg, and his favorite movie is Footloose. That's not even the funniest part. He prefers the reboot. I dated a girl with no arms in college, and she still somehow managed to give me the clap. Do we have any empty nesters in the house? No? Okay. Well, I'm the oldest of 8 siblings, and my dad said his favorite part of me moving out is that he gets to walk around the house naked now. My brothers hate that I moved out. Thank you, everybody. I'm Austin Ingalls.
Austin Ingalls, everybody. Some noise for him. Well, welcome to the show, Roll. We got a bunch more comics for you. On deck, we got Mr. Ben Woodfield coming up to the stage right now. Please make some noise, make him feel welcome. Zach Vaughn, everybody.
What's up, folks? I'm curious if this is just a me thing or if anyone else did this, but I always mixed up Helen Keller and Anne Frank. I don't know if any of you guys have that problem. I guess it makes sense. A couple of quiet girls in history, just for very different reasons. You guys know that Helen Keller grew up in Boston? Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder whether she was actually deaf or whether she was just a girl with a Boston accent. Who knows? You guys like trivia? The trivia crowd? Here's a fun fact for you. World War II era Germany. Not a great place to be. I think we can all agree on that. In World War II era Germany, alcoholics were also placed in concentration camps. Did anyone know that? It's crazy. You guys like impressions? Here's my impression of somebody blacking out only to find out they woke up in a concentration camp. Oh man, God. My head, what happened? What happened last night? Oh man, I got a stupid tattoo. That was a very smart joke, thank you. You guys are welcome for that. You guys paying attention to this whole Jonah Hill thing? You guys hear about that? Pretty much, some text messages from Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend were released. The text message was essentially, "I'm really insecure, please never leave the house or talk to another dude." And when those text message threads leaked, my first thought was, oh no, my AOL Instant Messenger threads from my MySpace girlfriend in middle school are on the internet. But upon further investigation, it was Jonah Hill all along. Jonah Hill goes to therapy more than any of us, dude. Jonah Hill goes to therapy so much, he made a Netflix documentary about his therapist. It's called Stutz, actually a real beautiful documentary. The whole theme of that documentary is, I'm Jonah Hill's therapist. I'm going to give you guys the same tools that I gave Jonah, so maybe someday you can be as emotionally mature as he is. And then all this happened, you know? And I think this is going to inspire a lot of guys to go to therapy, because therapy is intimidating, man. It's intimidating. A lot of people need that help. They're worried they're going to lose a part of themselves, but maybe after this whole Jonah Hill fiasco, some guy will be moved to go to therapy. He's like, I don't have to lose every part of myself. And maybe that guy's going to text his girlfriend after a therapy session one day and be like, hey babe, I just finished therapy and the therapist told me I need to better communicate my feelings. So I wanted you to know that if you talk to another guy, I'll kill us both. Thanks, Jonah Hill. Thanks, Village Theater. Let's keep it going for your host.
Zach Vaughn, everybody. Great. Moving along this show here. On deck, we got Mr. Shannon Trimble coming up to the stage right now. Please make some noise. Ben Woodfield, everybody.
Hey, Julian, everybody. JT Just Tits Cage. You know, whenever I show up here early before JT, Matt always feels like it's his place to tell me where JT is, as if I give a shit. Personally speaking, I hope he falls down a manhole. Probably do less damage to the woman hole he falls into. Look, I don't know why you guys were mad. I just want a father and son to be reunited. Love you, buddy. But hi, I'm Ben Woodfield. Recently, I've lost about 30 pounds. I thought you said I was perfect no matter what. This is not very body positive right now. No, it's fine. These are jokes. I'm making jokes up here. I don't care. Someone left their pen, by the way. It's a blue, big, round stick with the kind of tip curled up for some weird reason, as if you put it at the wrong spot of a notebook. Is this anybody's pen? No. No one's claiming this fucking blue Bic pen with the fucked up cap. Someone else's problem now. I need the chair for something. Now, when you're at the gym, what's the appropriate amount of time you can look at a woman before it gets awkward?
Never.
Never. That's not helpful. Let's be realistic for a second, okay?
Just don't look at her.
Don't look at it. What do you mean? I'm not like glaring like this, but you look around, right? You have to look wherever you're at to see what's in your surrounding. That's how you don't bump into people. If you never look at someone, you will bump into them, and that's even more awkward, right?
No, it's romantic.
That is not romantic. Look, any part of me at the gym is not romantic. I was walking along the track. They have a wall of mirrors right here. I turned and caught my side profile, and I look like Alfred fucking Hitchcock, okay? That's not a good look. I always thought it depended on what machine she's using at the time, to depend on how long you can or cannot look at her. Like, for example, if someone's on the hip machine, you know, one of these bad boys where you're doing this, the answer is no amount of time at all. You cannot walk around the gym bricked up. It is not a good look. Kind of like that Alfred Hitchcock profile. Treadmill, 4 jiggles. I think that's the appropriate amount of time before it gets awkward. I can tell most of you don't work out. This would be a lot funnier if I was in a gym crowd. Squat rockets as long as you want, buddy. David, that might be motivation for you. Their backs to you. What are they going to do? Okay, I go fuck myself, I guess. So I went shooting yesterday. I shot guns. Don't be scared, okay? Of the hundreds of rounds of ammunition I fired, I hit the target 3 times. Do you know how demoralizing of an experience it is to know that you have to be nice to people? That in any kind of emergency situation, nothing you can do will help? You have your grandfather who shot countless Nazis in World War II, defended our freedom. You are not carrying any of those genes. In fact, you can't fit into any of his jeans because he was 28 size waist. And Grandma liked to take me to McDonald's. There was one time as a child, my father came to pick my brothers and I up from Grandma's house. And she said, "Steve, I'm sorry about the mess. I've been cooking for 5 kids all week." And I piped up, "Really, Grandma? Which pick up a shift at McDonald's?" This was like last week too. My comedy skills are getting way better. My timing is impeccable. And I can tell I'm doing better because Shannon's the only one laughing. That's good. You two right there, that's all I need. You are so perfect. Everyone else, no, I'm glad you're high. Everyone else smoke weed. Smoke or snort something. Inject something. Whatever you have to do to make you enjoy this experience more, please do it. This is not fun for me. Is that the light, JT? Are you fucking lighting me right now? You goddamn son of a bitch. Go play in traffic. You are the reason that whenever the river gets high, I root for the flood. I think it's about time the river took back this little area. Maybe the fish can do something with that building. Who am I to say? You think any other buildings downtown get up safer? Really, Stevie O's the one person invoking the name of the Lord. That'd be like Ozzy Osbourne invoking the name of the Lord. Those two things do not belong together whatsoever. Anyway, good night.
Ben Woodfield, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, get high or something. Get your senses something. We got drinks at the bar. Just have a good time. Is the point. All right. One more hand for Ben Woodfield, everybody. We got plenty more comments coming up. On deck, we've got Mr. Chris Starman. We're coming up to the stage right now. Make some noise. Holy shit, make some fucking noise. Shannon Trimble, everybody.
How about a hand for JT Cage? Other comedians we've had tonight. It's not easy getting up here. I'm just kidding, it's fucking super easy. Anyway, hey, I do have a question. Maybe you're too young to know the answer to this, but who was it that first said blondes have more fun? Was it Hitler? It seems like it would be Hitler, but speaking of the gym, about 2 years ago I started back to the gym. Then recently I took a break. The machine that I love the most broke. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not coming back till they fix it. They finally fucking fixed it. So I'm back, but they do still owe me the Cheez-Its that got stuck in it. So I'm back to the gym is the point, I guess. Now, you hear in the news, you hear it in the media, so-and-so has a dad bod. Whether it's, Ryan Gosling doesn't have a dad bod, but Hollywood actors, middle-aged guys have I have more of what I would call a stepdad bod. It's a bod you can really only stand to look at every other weekend. And even then, you're really pissed off it's fucking your mom. It's not, exactly. I did that a lot. So with a name like Shannon, it wasn't easy growing up. Kids are cruel. They'd be like, Shannon the Cannon, Shannon the Cannon. And that's not the worst of it, but I could hear what they were really saying. They were saying, you're fat and gross with boobs like a girl and a tiny wiener probably, and you're going to get moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and die alone. Well, that was their tone. Anyway. And really the joke's on them. My plaque psoriasis is quite mild. So the rest of it was just a lucky guess. So, no, I was recently told though that I have the body of a much younger man. Unfortunately, it's in my crawl space. So if prison taught me anything, guys, it's that I do not want to go back, mostly. I also learned how to braid hair and make toilet wine. If any of you, need those skills, let me know. So growing up with a name like Shannon, it wasn't all bad, quite honestly. Once in a while, I'd get a nice package in the mail from the people at Playtex, or maybe Kotex. That's great. 7th grade, you come home and you see a cool little brown package. You're like, oh, finally the dildo showed up. No, it wasn't. It turns out it wasn't. It was Always Infinity Feminine Products. Always Infinity. Now, that was named by a man, right? Because it's like saying, sweetheart, I know it's only 5 short days for you, but it feels like forever to us. Always Infinity. I know, that was almost funny. That's going to be on the cover of Almost magazine. I'm sure of it. Anybody else have sort of a passive-aggressive mom who would say shit that sounded like in a sweet tone but was quite cruel? Anybody else?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one that needs to be in therapy. Okay, sure. No, about 20 years ago, before she died, because we haven't talked a lot since she passed, but she said, she's reading the newspaper, which for you kids, that's back when they used to print off part of the internet for us and ask your grandparents. So she's reading the newspaper, and I said, Mom, I think someday I want to get a job in computers. And she didn't even look up. She just said, doing what, sweetheart? Carrying them? Oh, she was so right. Now, I did get her back a little bit right before she died, which is when you want to really get them, right when they're at their weakest. So I walked into the nursing home, right? And she had, at that point, said, look, no more extraneous measures to keep me groomed or alive, and I'm just going to let myself go. She had a really silky-looking, cool, kind of a white goatee going. I'm not even kidding. And so I walked in, I said, I just got to ask you one question. And she's like, what? And she was cranky because she was about to die. And she says, what? I said, what'd you do with all the money? She goes, money? I don't have any fucking money. I wouldn't be in this shithole. You know how your moms talk. And I said, the money that you must have made when you invented the cotton gin, Eli Whitney, for fuck's sake. Oh, that was... So I got her back is the point. But, guys, that's all my time. I'm Shannon Trimble.
Shannon Trimble, everybody. Shannon Trimble. We're going to keep this comedy submarine rolling. We got a bunch more coming. Well, 7 bajillion more comedians. On deck, we got Mr. Ben Wallace coming up to the stage right now. Make some noise. Chris Starman, everybody. Chris Starman.
If you've ever worked in any form of customer service, you've probably heard the phrase or something like it, that extraordinary service is setting the customer's expectations high and then exceeding those expectations. I think most people set high expectations and occasionally exceed them. My perspective on life is I set expectations low and I don't even bother. Because then they'll never ask you to do shit again. Guys, if you're fresh in a relationship, if you drop a dish every time you do the dishes, I haven't done dishes in 20 years. I was on my way over here, and I'll be honest with you guys, I was texting and driving because I care about my life. I mean, I care enough that I put the blood down while I was texting. But while I was texting, I was in a hurry and I accidentally misspelled Davenport. It came out Davenpor. And my phone wanted to autocorrect it back to Davenport. I'm like, no, Samsung Galaxy. Davenport feels right. Works even better if you drop the R, because then you got Davenpoo. Because you can't polish a turd. Davenport's been in the national news a lot lately. I don't want to talk about that because Davenport does not represent well in the national news. Seems like Davenport's only in the national news when something bad happens. Like, you see Davenport in the national news when downtown Davenport floods. Or you see him in the national news when downtown Davenport floods again. Like, the only time we've ever had any sort of positive coverage in the national news is when we had a crackhead carrying a catfish. Every once in a while, a song will kind of break through, and you'll get a phrase or a word that kind of breaks, I can't think of the word, but it becomes part of the vernacular of common culture. You know, you have songs like, "You Can't Touch This." That got really popular. Or how about this one? "Who You Gonna Call?" Everybody knows that. A while back, we had the song "Sexy Back" from Justin Timberlake. I don't know why he's bringing Sexy back. I wish somebody would bring Quaaludes back. I'm tired of all my friends doing cocaine. I don't like to stay out that late. I was thinking about the games. I don't know, were they games or pranks that we used to play on each other where you might give each other snake bites or purple nurples, or you might occasionally hook somebody's foot? I brought one of those games back at work the other day. You remember when you'd see like your friend and they'd have a whole bunch of books or papers in their hands and you'd run by and knock the papers out of your hand? People don't find that it's funny when they're adult, especially when they're holding a baby. Speaking of kid games, we all know the game Bloody Mary, right? Yeah. Do you know there's an Iowa version of that game? If you stand in a mirror in Iowa, or stand in front of a mirror in Iowa, and you look at it and say, "My body, my choice" 3 times, our governor, Kim Reynolds, shows up and takes more rights away from women. If you do it to Pritzker, he just shows up with a sandwich. Last weekend, I was, Friday started off, I had a really great weekend. Mostly because I smoked a blunt on the way home from work. But when I got home, I noticed there was a bumblebee flying around the yard. And I took a moment to appreciate that moment because I love bumblebees. And so I'm out there and I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Bumblebee, I hope you're having a good day, getting all the nectar and the pollen out of the flowers. I hope you have good success the rest of your day." I went inside, my daughter asked who I was talking to on the phone, and I told her I was talking to the bumblebee. And she said, "Well, at least now I know my dad's crazy." Now, the rest of the weekend went pretty well, except for the fact that I still have friends that asked me to help them move. But that went okay. And then I was on my way home, and it was really hot, so I had the windows down. And as I'm driving, the car in front of me must have kicked up a rock or something, because it hit me right in the arm, and then it fell into the car. And I couldn't find the rock anywhere, and my buddy was in the car, he couldn't find the rock anywhere either. So, I just kind of forgot about it. Well, when we got to his place and I dropped him off, all of a sudden, this bumblebee comes flying out of my sweatshirt. I never got stung because it was the same bumblebee from Friday. It knows I care about bees. All right, I'm Chris Starman, I'm off. Have a great rest of the night.
Chris Starman, everybody. Chris Starman. Well, we got some more comments for y'all. On deck, we got Mr. David Cunningham. David Cunningham is on deck. Coming up right now. Please make some noise. Ben Wallace, everybody. Ben Wallace.
JT and I can never figure out the handshake. It's all like fist bump. How douchey am I today, JT? How you doing, guys? I'm Ben Wallace. Oh, come on. How you doing, guys? I'm Ben Wallace. You guys are involved with like the first Facebook Live comedian event I've ever done, which is to say, it's gonna suck like everything else, but it's gonna be live. There is that. So I say, how you doing tonight? Like I'm from someplace cool. I'm from Davenport. I'm from literally 5 minutes up the road. I'm from white bread land. Okay, that's how I can afford this backwards fitted hat. So I'm checking the douchebag quota really hard. It's so hard, in fact, that Ben Whitfield said, you're gonna have to accept the fact that someday that you were not in a fraternity. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, there's a douchebag quota and I got here first, so get your fat ass outside.
We did.
Nobody likes that joke. No, I told it 3 times, still nobody laughs. The reason I tell you about being a white guy that lives in Davenport is because I'm the whitest Mexican you're ever gonna meet. Our official moniker is coconut. Is anybody familiar with that expression? Anybody heard coconut? The word coconut refers to white on the inside and brown on the outside, okay? My tan fades, but I'm still a little Mexican around here. And actually, the way it came about was I have really awesome parents. My parents adopted me at the age of 3 days old. This is not a lie. They drove up to Mercy Hospital in the middle of the winter in 1980. Stop doing the fucking math, I know I'm old, all right? And they handed me through, I'm not kidding you guys, they handed me through the window of a 1978 Ford station wagon, which is how Taco Bell got the idea for drive-thru. And that's how the transaction occurred. My Aunt Rosa called my dad and said, hey, Mr. Wallace, we have a baby for sale. And my dad goes, how many pesos? So tonight I'm gonna pay a little homage to my dad. This is actually not a joke. I'm just gonna try and make it as funny as I can. My dad is a plastering contractor and has been since I was this big. And the guy, the best way to describe it is that he was way too nice to me. He found a kid in the middle of the worst possible scenario. I was the product of a relationship between 2 children that shouldn't have been sexually involved at all. And that girl loved the unborn baby in her stomach enough to drive all the way up to Davenport from Corpus Christi, Texas, to have him in secret so my abuela, which is Spanish for Mima, wouldn't find out. I get born in February. My dad tells the story like he's recanting the greatest story ever told. He talks about me like I'm the Messiah. He's like, I went to the hospital, and this little baby who shouldn't be able to turn his head at all cranked his head around and looked right at me. And this is the best part. This is the part he tells in church, you guys. He's like, and in that moment I thought, is that baby a demon, or is God sending me a message? That's what Too Much 700 Club will do to you guys. But the honest truth of the matter is that he went home and he told my mom that the Lord told him to adopt a baby, and that's how I went from potentially just a discarded child to becoming the douchey guy that's standing before you today. Nike's on, match my shirt, matches the hat! All kidding aside, we're live on Facebook, and I didn't get my dad anything for Father's Day, so hey, I got you, Dad. You guys, my name is Ben Wallace. I'm out of here.
Ben Wallace, everybody. Ben Wallace. They say hi to Ben Wallace's dad who's watching this live stream. All right, we're gonna bring up some more comedians tonight. We got some more coming up for you. On deck, we got Mr. Stevie Mo. Stevie Mo is on deck, coming up the stage right now. Hey, make some fucking noise. Careful around this guy. David Cunningham, everybody. David Cunningham.
Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, I call him Jesus Christ because until he cuts that hair, he looks like Jesus to me from accounting. I am known as the autistic man of mystery because it's the mystery of what the fuck I'm going to say. No? God damn it, Skynet. So, the Actors Guild is on strike. Hollywood is pissed. No, that's not new to me. The surprising thing is who the fuck the president is. Fran fucking Drescher, aka the nanny. Meaning, in my head, if the show was based on real life, the nanny divorced the douche and became a president of the Actors Guild. Just mind blown when you think about it. But I didn't watch the show much because I couldn't hear sorry, that's wrong. You know what I mean. Let's see what else I learned from the news. Since I don't watch the news, I tried basing my comedy on my real life experience. Have you heard of the two brother music rappers or whatever kissing on OnlyFans? Wow, people like to do extreme shit for attention. Look at Britney Spears shaving her head and tagging cars with an umbrella or some shit. Weird. I just know after I'm done, Stevie Mo's gonna probably make a school shooter joke about me. Yeah. Because let's just say this. It won't end because of my dumbass. When he hosts, the first time I was there at Skylark, I decided to wear this shirt and a black jacket. I thought, well, I didn't wear the black jacket because it was my shtick. Wear a black jacket. Oh! But for now on, I'm forever plagued from him making so many school shooter jokes, especially Ben here, where I'm the old fuck. Let's see what else. I'm going to tell you something. A friend of mine pissed me off. I'm going to tell you a funny thing, one of our funny conversations. My friend Cody is kind of a bi person, bisexual. Basically, we got into an argument. I told him, hey, I'm going to play Warhammer. You don't know what Warhammer is? Look it up. It's like the most expensive role-playing game ever. He said, oh, Warhammer is for rich people. It's a rich hobby. Motherfucker should not talk because his sugar daddy buys his food and shit, so what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Didn't say that, I just went, because I learned my lesson of arguing with people over stupid shit. You just agree. Let's see. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this ridiculous hat, first of all, it's summer. If I wear a black jacket, I'm just gonna look like the most awkward person in the world. Why is he wearing that black jacket? It's like 100 degrees. And second, this hat, I decided I think I got high. I had a bunch of buttons in this hat, and I was looking at it I'm gonna put a shitload of buttons on and see how this shit goes. And I just wore this ridiculous hat. Let's see. Basically, Austin says he has Ken energy. No, he looks like one of Ken's friends who looks like scruffy and he has a pack of cigarettes. Basically, go for one of Barbie's friends and get laid because he ain't getting actual Barbie. Sorry, Austin. It's actually the look. With that look. Let's see who else. Johnny Raw is here. People say, oh, it's Johnny Tuesday. Until he changes that hat, he will always forever be Johnny Raw. He'd probably have a blunt on him. Anyway, let's see what else. I'm a ridiculous man, as you could say. I'm so ridiculous. It's because people say, oh, you can't blame autism. I'm fucking, how do I put this? I have mild Asperger's. What do you fucking expect? Do you want me to be like fucking Sheldon from the Big Bang where I'm always smart? Oh, here's physics and shit. No, I'm just a fucking guy who wants to have fun. I could have gone to fucking college and be the fucking reading and shit. Oh shit, Jesus just gave me the light. I'm David Cunningham, the autistic man of mysteries. I will be powerful. I don't know. Later, guys.
Autistic man of mystery, everybody. David Cunningham. Make some noise for him. Guys, I'm probably autistic too. Probably. It's not confirmed. I was doing a comedy show one time. This is Mr. James Draper in the back. I was doing a comedy show one time years back, and a comic came up to me earlier on the show. I was like, JT, are you autistic? Are you on the spectrum, JT? Are you autistic? And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And I just walked away. This is completely left that conversation. Might be a little bit, guys, is all I'm saying. Might have a little bit of that spectrum. Guys, we're going to keep rolling with some more comics for the night. We got on deck, we got Mr. James Draper. James Draper's on deck, coming up right now. Make some noise, Stevie Mo, everybody.
Thank you, all four of you. Appreciate that. How's it going tonight? Good. I promised I wasn't gonna talk shit about David Cunningham because he looked at me and he goes, "I have a date." And I go, "Oh, remind me which day, because I'm not going into work that day." He goes, "No, stupid, I was on Facebook dating." I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Well, then I don't want to be anywhere around you after you get catfished that next day." These are all school shooter jokes. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I had to get it out of the way. Everyone having a good weekend so far? It's Sunday Fun Day. It's towards the end of it. Did you guys have a good weekend? I fucking did not. I spent half my paycheck at the strip club on Friday night. That is not a false statement. And I was telling the comic in the back, I was like, yeah, dude, I dropped at least $250, $300 at the strip club. And he's like, why, bro? They don't love you. And I go, but I love them. I'm willing to send them gifts. I caught myself, I was like, now I'm finally that long-haired creep that spends a lot of money at strip clubs. I was like, I'll never be that fucking guy. I'll never be that guy. And I just saw a reflection of myself, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm finally that guy. And it's great, because I'm making a lot of money, too, so I get to spend a lot of it at the strip club. It's amazing. All the attention I get for, like, $3. It's fucking fantastic. Loved it to death. I had a joke about that, and I kind of forgot what it was. Sorry, it's a new one. I really did spend $300 at the strip club this week. I'm not making that up. It is not a joke. But this is the joke. Hold on. Oh, yeah. So I got a private dance, and, we're like kind of dirty talking because it's halfway through the song. And, she's just telling me, she's like, so I bet you're crazy, wild. You live a wild life. And I go, yeah, man, I'm a real animal in bed. She's like, oh yeah, how so? You need to tell me. It's kind of a real animal. Basically, when you're trying to sleep, I'm going to be really uncomfortable. I'm going to make a lot of fucking noise. I'm going to have to get up to go pee in the middle of the night. And, I'm going to shed a lot. With a lot of fur in bed. I don't think that was the answer she wanted to hear. I think she wanted to hear some dirty talk, but I was planning our future together. Because God, I loved her so much. Her name was, I can't remember which one it was. Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't do shit this weekend, but went to the strip club and golfed. And that's how I knew. I'm in my 30s living in the Midwest. That's a very good weekend for us around here. Most people can be like, oh man, if you live in California, you're like, I saw the ocean, went to a Padres game, got super stoned. We watched a bunch of hobos piss on each other. That's super cool shit. The only fun thing we get to do around here is go see a lot of boobs and then go lose a lot of golf balls all within a 24-hour span. And it's one of the greatest things about the Midwest. Do you agree, Draper? Yeah. All right, just checking. By the way, I went to the strip club with James Draper last night. Fuck with you. Fuck with you. I had a bunch of material that I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good to tell it. I drank about a 12-pack, and I was like, let me see if my Uber driver can get me home, man. And I was like, I didn't ride with an Uber driver. I rode with somebody and tried to order an Uber back home. I forgot I was with somebody. Frank comes up, what the fuck are you doing? When did you get an Uber? Wait, when the fuck did you get here? I brought you here, jackass. True fucking story. All right, I got some new jokes I'm working on, sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, man. Oh, I feel like Austin Ingalls on my phone. Oh, here I go. All right, this is a sex-themed joke. I don't know why it is. So with that whole strip club thing, and there's a lot of individuals that made a lot of money on OnlyFans, and that's a great thing. And there's always in the locker room talk about guys that were like, man, my girl's girl's got OnlyFans. I'd love to perform with her, you know. But I was like, I'm afraid, man. I don't think I could ever do porno, man. Like, could you ever have sex with people watching you? And I'm like, sure thing. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Like, I get up and tell jokes in front of like 4 people at the Village Theater. Yeah, I could definitely have sex in front of somebody. I'm like, no, you can't. Like, how do you know you could? I couldn't stay hard. And I was like, did you not go to fucking middle school when they were getting ready to ask you to come up and do a math problem? Really? You've never had a boner in front of an audience before? I got one now just because of that laugh, guys. My name's Stephen Mugg. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much.
Stevie Mo and boners, everybody. Stevie Mo and boners. Boners. You guys fuck with wet dreams? There's a little wet dream popping crowd over here. I fuck with wet dreams all the fucking time, guys. Wet dreams is great. That's like going to a strip club for free. It's fantastic. Let's all take a moment of silence, though. If anyone goes their entire life without ever experiencing a wet dream, it's like, how ugly do you gotta be for your own imagination to not want to fuck you? That's a rough one. We got 7 billion more comics. I don't even know if Mike Adrales is gonna show up and do 47 minutes at the end. That's always you never know. You never know. On deck, and I'm not making this up. This is what his name is on the list. On deck is Phil the White Peacock Klopp. He performs at the KKK. No, I'm just kidding. He's on deck, coming up to the stage right now. Make some noise, James Draper, everybody.
Thank you, JTK. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm very happy to be here. Let me rephrase that. I am very happy that I got here. I have an old car. Not a classic car. There's a very big difference. We were driving, my son and I, we were driving down the road the other day, and he looks over, he sees this 66 Mustang, right? It's got the flat back, the original coupe, you know, the 60s style, the points, and, you know, the long hood. He looks over and he's like, man, look at that old car. And I said, no, son, that is a classic car. This is an old car. He says, what's the difference, Dad? I said, the difference is his AM/FM stereo is neat. My AM/FM stereo is sad. That's the main difference. When I get around in my old car, I'll listen to that AM/FM stereo, and most times throughout the Midwest, most of these cities have the same types of commercials all the time. The same amount of commercials. 5% local restaurants or events, 10% jewelry stores, and 85% are always car commercials, right? Every time you turn on the radio, it's a freaking car commercial. I don't know if you've been listening to these car commercials and, like me, have asked yourself, why are these people yelling at me? They're screaming their heads off. You're asking for tens of thousands of dollars and you're yelling at me. Why is this? There's nothing. This is already a stressful situation. There's paperwork. A third party's involved. My credit is on the line. And you're screaming at me, right? Oh, our inventory, amazing! Stop yelling at me, right? It's not like you have water slides or a paintball course at your dealership, right? If they came on the radio and were like, free water slides in every car purchase, I'd be like, tell me more, crazy car guy. But no, they're just screaming at you. The worst ones are the ones that start off with the disclaimer, right? Because you change the channel and all you hear is and you're like, what the fuck are they saying? And you turn up the radio, and next thing you know, our inventory is amazing, it's crazy! And you're like, oh, thanks a lot, car dealership. Thanks for punking me on my nice arrive of my day. Having a nice day, and you just punk me. Yeah, I'm gonna hurry up and go to your place of business and trust you with a major financial decision. Where did they get this idea? Like, did the car dealership owner actually have a meeting and he's like, hey guys, look, telling people we have all the cars at great prices and excellent financing, that just isn't doing it. It's not getting through their heads. And one guy in the back was like, hey, wait, I think I've got an idea. I think I know what we can do. This is so weird. What a weird coincidence. On my way in to work this morning, I'm walking in, and suddenly this guy jumps out of a bush, and he's like, give me $30! And I remember thinking, man, I need to give this guy $30. Let's do that, but with cars, you know? I don't know, I think maybe they're doing it because like most people have ADHD now, like everybody has ADHD. I saw a headline the other day that said, diagnosis of ADHD in adults is surging and America isn't prepared. That was the headline, verbatim. Diagnosis of ADHD in adults is surging and America isn't prepared. Okay, first of all, not everything is a pandemic, okay? Not everything has to be a big issue. You lose focus, right? This isn't something you're gonna forget how to breathe or give it to your children when you tuck them in at night, right? This ADHD, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a cure for ADHD. There is. It's a home remedy. It's been passed down in my family for generations. Anytime someone you know with ADHD are showing signs or symptoms, all you have to do is focus! Now, if you want to, you can be like my dad and use the extra strength version and add dipshit or numbnuts at the end of that. It works 100% of the time. It does. Seriously, you're an adult. Of course you have ADHD. You're thinking of 18,000 things right now. Your heads are thinking about work, the things at work, the people at work. What about my relationship with this person? What with my spouse? Their work, their insurance. Oh yeah, we've got a family. We've got to worry about our kid because we got insurance. Oh yeah, and they got to pick them up after school and take them to practice. Oh, I can't take them to school to practice because I have to worry about Gary. I told him I was going to take him out on his boat and do this and that, and I have to do this and I have to do that. And in between all this, we're also trying to eat, sleep, and screw, right? So of course you have ADHD. Of course you do. If you are over 28 years old and you don't have ADHD, I don't know how to tell you this, but you are rich, okay? You are wealthy enough to not worry about any of that stuff, or you can pay someone to worry about that stuff. ADHD is a child's issue because children should worry about two things. What's that spell? Which color crayon should I use, right? If your 6-year-old is vacuuming the couch and trying to do the taxes, maybe you should talk to a doctor. All right, that's my time, you guys. Thank you very much. Woo!
James Draper, everybody. James Draper. Eat, sleep, and fuck. You went with eat, sleep, and screw. I see you working that PG-13 setting there. Don't make me think I don't know that. Somewhere, yeah. One PG-13, one fuck, you're safe. One fuck, you're good. One fuck, you are excellent. You guys, I fuck around with the Bob and Tom show on Q106.5 every now and then. I love listening to Q106.5. They have a segment. They look up news stories and what you failed to mention. I got a little thinking for the news for you guys too. I heard somewhere that it's in, I don't know exactly where all the places are that do this, but in some places, like stealing isn't as much of a big deal if it's less than $1,000. You can steal up to $1,000 for like a misdemeanor. Everything else after that is when it gets bad. But what he failed to mention is this $1,000 just with or without taxes. I need to know. If I'm going to commit a crime, I need to know taxes or no taxes. Guys, we got 7 trillion more comedians. The math has been pretty off lately. The math has been off lately with these comics. On deck, we got Mr. Don Faust. Don Faust is on deck. Faust! Sorry, Don Faust. Fuck, I'm fucking that name up now. I'm fucking out of my rhythm. It's all your fault, Don. On deck is Don Faust. Good. Coming up right now, please make some noise. Phil the White Peacock Clop, everybody.
I'm already dropping shit. Alrighty, I am Phil the White Peacock Clop, and I'm not going to tell you why I picked that name yet. But one little thing about me is I do DoorDash for a living. And that's how I cover my needs, that's how I cover my food, my cigarettes, my weed. And I already know a couple of you are thinking, it's weed, it's not a need. I'm like, well, it's America in 2023, and I think I definitely need the fucking weed. Now, with that being said, one of the things that happened to me today while I was door dashing is I had an unusual experience. I delivered to him 4 days in a row. And that doesn't happen often where I see the same person, same address, delivering to him. And the thing that pisses me off about this guy is 4 days in a row I've delivered to him, and 4 days in a row he's never tipped. And I'm thinking, gee, I'm on time, I'm prompt, I'm quick, why is this guy not fucking tipping me? And I'm getting pretty pissed off. But I say, I've been doing service work for a long time. I did pizza delivery throughout college. There's no reason I need to let a no-tipper ruin my fucking day. So I'm gonna go ahead and channel that into a little more creative energy, because I've got an open mic coming up tonight. Maybe I can come up with something for this. And thus a character was inspired. So I get the guy's food picked up, and I put it in my car, and I take a picture of the food, and I send him the picture of the food. And to get myself the character for the phone call now. There we go. So to get myself into character for this inspiration that I have for this man, I go ahead and I pull out a cigarette while I'm sitting in my car getting ready to make the phone call. Light it up and I call him up and I say, "Hello, Mr. Nico." Now, Mr. Nico, you may not recognize me, but we've been in a long time business together. 4 days straight now, I bring you your food. 4 days straight now, you do not give me a tip. Now, Mr. Nico, let me tell you a little something about myself. When I come to America, the first thing I do, I join the American military service. And in my time in the American military service, the reason I joined is because citizenship is guaranteed by service. And I'm excited to be an American citizen. Do you consider yourself to be a patriot, Mr. Nico? And he says, yeah, I consider myself to be a patriot. Well, Mr. Nico, then I think you can understand some of the problems I'm having here today. One thing you may not know as a patriot, Mr. Nico, not having served in the military yourself, is we have this thing called the E4 Mafia. Now, you shouldn't go asking too many questions about the E4 Mafia. And I think you can understand why in the name. But if you have any friends in the military service, just ask them if they have heard of this E4 Mafia. Don't ask any more questions though, you can leave it right there. You just need to confirm its existence. So, one thing I want you to know about me, Mr. Nico, is I made sergeant in 3.5 years of my military service. And not many people pull this off. But before you make sergeant, you have to go through the E4 Mafia. You have to pay your dues to them. And an interesting thing about E4 Mafia is they're very good at making themselves disappear. And I did my dues, I did my time in the E4 Mafia. And they weren't very happy when I was so quickly promoted away from them. One of the things they did, because I got away so quickly, is they once gave me a cigarette where the tobacco had been replaced with scorpion peppers. Do you know what scorpion pepper is, Mr. Nico? No, I don't. Well, count your lucky stars, Mr. Nico, because it's a terrible thing to do a person. To have them smoke the scorpion pepper. Tears the body up terribly. Now, Mr. Nico, I want you to know, my body has been terribly torn up by this scorpion pepper, and I've got your food right here next to me. Thanks. And it sure would be a shame after... How's that? Okay. And it sure would be a shame if after all of these tips I did not receive, if I were maybe to suffer a sudden bout of incompetence. Or, heaven forbid, incontinence. So, Mr. Nico, you're a smart man. I think you understand. You know, we can't always control these things, and not having gotten any tips these last 4 days, I am all out of diapers. So, Mr. Nico, when I deliver your food, I hope you understand that I should be seen with a nice little tip there. Because if not, I think you're going to find your meal to be a very shitty experience. That's what I got for you. Have a good night.
Fill up, everybody. Fill up. Even got the mic stand ready for Mike Adralas and everything. Fucking yeah. Yeah, I have a small confession to make. This part I still don't know yet. I can host a mic for shit, just can't operate the fucking mic stand yet. We're gonna keep bringing up more comics. I'm sorry for how short the mic stand is for right now. On deck we got Lauren Moody. Lauren Moody's on deck. Coming up right now, Don Faust, everybody. Don Faust.
Give it up for JT! JT! Woo! You stole my joke. The guy told Mike about Jesus Christ. That's what I was going to say. Well, JT, JC, whatever. Oh, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Happy belated Pride to those of you on the LGBTQ developmental peace spectrum. Thank you very much. And we also need, of course, our wonderful allies. Yeah, so I basically say that I am like a really bad gay because most of my straight male friends look at me and like, dude, I dress gayer than you. I mean, what the hell? So, you know, yeah, I am a little bit nervous about the things going on in the Des Moines Capitol building. Our lovely governor just keeps going. I mean, she just keeps going with these wonderful legislations. The thing that kind of blows me away is when they say things like, you know, we got to protect our kids. We got to protect our kids. I grew up in Chicago, which of course everybody thinks is one big old boys town, but I can tell you I grew up on the opposite side of the universe from Boys Town. And you know, it kind of blows me away when they say things like we got to protect our kids. Because I'm thinking, you know, I never knew a single gay person until I slept with one my freshman year of college, and I knew when I was about this big that there was something different about me. Nobody had to tell me any of this shit. I was just like, man, there's just something really different about me. But I thought that maybe all the guys were secretly gay like I was, and you guys were just pretending. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, like I would just imagine my surprise when I found out that wasn't the case. You know, I asked some guy out to the prom, and he'd be like, "Fuck you! What the hell are you talking about?" You know, asked him to dance, and I thought, no, really, it's okay. It's okay. You can be safe. I'm one too. You know, and I thought, it wasn't registering with me that there actually are straight guys out there. I mean, seriously, I just thought that there was just, you know, they were all just kind of in the closet like me. So, you know, and I also thought, you know, the whole thing about recruiting, you guys probably heard that before. Going back, you know, we got these gay people want to recruit. Well, fuck, you know, I mean, be all you can be. You know, I was trying to recruit, but I didn't really get my list of recruitees has been pretty small. You know, and I thought, well, I can maybe just convince these straight guys to be gay, you know, and it just didn't seem to work. I don't quite understand it, but anyway, I guess the bottom line is there are really guys out there who are heterosexual, and I just have to admit they, you know, accept that they were born that way and they can't help it. So. Oh, anyway, let's see what else is going on. Oh, I had a bunch of shit. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So anyway, so you know, like when I was you know, single and looking, which I'm happily married now for 9 years. Thank you very much. I was always wondering where the hell to meet guys, you know, and I just kind of like to go to places, just, you know, I mean, there's the gay bars and stuff, but, you know, I would just be out and about, and I'd be thinking, you know, I'd see a sign that was like, Homo Depot. Oh, maybe I'd find one there, you know, and I'd walk in, you know, no one's there, and then I went to How Lowe's Can You Go? You know, that was one of my places, How Lowe's Can You Go? But my favorite place of all was Menards. They got men in the title. I'm like, holy shit, this is great. And I mean, I swear, I would walk in Menards and it would be like, you know, Bruce would come up and be like, "Hi, can I help you?" And I'd be like, yeah, I mean, can I just sit there and look at, can I just sit there and watch you for a while? I mean, when do you get off? I mean, do you want to get off when you get off? I mean, you know, oh man. But anyway, so yeah. So anyway, I'm happily married now. I'm kind of a boring guy, you know. And it's kind of like I'm not even really into this whole, you know, open relationship stuff. I mean, I think about it. Jimmy Carter says I lust in my heart. If he can lust, you know, I can lust. But you know, I kind of think, you know, like I'm really bad at names, and I would screw it up. I'd be like, hey, Bruce, Steve, David, whatever your name is, you know. Or I'd do something like I'd make some nice cookies and be like, David, here you go. Oh shit, you're peanut intolerant? Oh, I thought that was Bruce. Sorry. You know, I'm just not that hip. So anyway, thank you all for being here. I'm Don Fowle. F-A-U.
Don Faust, everybody. Don Faust. All right. You talked about Menards, everybody. Go Menards. That's another Mike and Drawless related thing. Good old Menards. They got a short mic stand. Menards, just Mike and Drawless foreshadowing tonight. That's all we're doing. Mike and Drawless foreshadowing. We got some more comics for you all coming up tonight. On deck, we got Mr. Jacob Lee Downey. Jacob Lee Downey is on deck. We're coming up the stage right now. Please make some noise. Lauren Moody, everybody. Lauren Moody.
I should probably hurry up. Surprise, surprise, the man told me I only have a few minutes. Thank you. I was actually happy to hear some men laughing tonight because, like always, there's one of 3 or 4 women in the audience. Which, thank God for you. Oh my God. I come to so many of these because, unfortunately, it's the only time I can see my dad. But yeah, there's like never women here, but I'm so happy you're all here. Thank you. I actually feel like I can walk to my car without my keys in my fingers tonight. Because let's face it, if you could get women the old-fashioned way, you wouldn't be comics. I say that like I'm so much better than you. I got told at 13 I had the face for comedy. Not quite as bad as the face for radio, but still hurts a little. And I'm sure you've probably noticed I mentioned saying something about seeing my dad. My dad is the guy that owns this place.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah, and I look like that fucker and be shaved. But, oh God, so I get up here and I never get prepared. I just shoot from the hip and hope you guys laugh or feel sorry for me enough to laugh. Aw, thank you. I live off pity. It's great. It's what got me my husband. Also my amazing ability of giving head. You're all curious now though, aren't you? You're wondering. I may have a face for comedy, but I do have standards. I'm so nice, aren't I? Anyway. But no, honestly, it is so great to see women here. I want to see more women here. Women, if you have women friends, please tell them it is a safe space. My dad really looks like somebody you can't trust your drink around, but I promise you he is a safe guy to have your drink around. That is actually the best compliment you can give men anymore. Like, if you think about it, like the way women have to be in bars, we are being punished because men are disgusting. It's like, don't leave your drink alone. Put something in there so if you know a guy puts something in there, it changes colors. Like, we have to do so much work to make sure we don't get attacked, even us ugly ones. Like, because men will put it anywhere. One of these comics I know for a fact will fuck belly buttons. I have proof. Don't ask. But no, like, I think about it, I really don't go out much. Like I said, I've been with my husband for 10 years, so I really don't go out to bars. I know, that poor fucker, he married me. But like Dawn, you know, we settle down to get married, we like our married life. And let's give it up for Dawn. Like, this is the guy we all wanted our dad to be. Look at how fucking adorable he is. With his Christmas pun t-shirt and New Balance.
I think the New Balance.
Isn't this the cutest dad ever? Like, I wish you were my dad. I'm sorry, Dad.
That's okay.
I will buy you some New Balance sneakers and a cookie punch shirt for Christmas.
Done and done.
See, oh my god. It's actually kind of cool to have a supportive dad. Because, you know, he was a guy that loved the arts, and then he conditioned me to love the arts, you know, and it's kind of cool. But it was interesting when I met my husband and I told my dad about him. We had such a strange household growing up because, you know, we all loved theater, we didn't really watch sports, we didn't have like traditional good white family household values. And I'd come home one day and I'd be like, Dad, I met a guy, and I really, really like him, you know, and he's actually got his shit together, like he's going to school to be an engineer, and my dad's like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, I know, he was raised Catholic. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, he was raised Catholic. What did I teach you? He was also a Boy Scout. What the fuck? No, we are people that settle for broken artists who still might make it someday. I'm sorry. What happened to us conditioning you to be a lesbian? Where did we go wrong? I'm sorry. I never liked those roast beef sandwiches at Arby's, and I just figured, I'm not gonna lie, like, I love women. I really, really, really fucking love women. But I respect anyone that's willing to go down in a vagina. They're fucking scary. I've had mine my whole life, and I still don't know what the fuck to do with it sometimes. It has a mind of its own down there. And, you know, at 30 years old, you think I'd have that shit figured out? I don't. But again, I was raised by a single dad, so maybe that has something to do with it. That man, bless his fucking heart. I was a teenager, and, you know, well, I wasn't quite a teenager, it was like 10 or 11, when, you know, the whole becoming a woman happens. And I had to tell my dad this, you know, at 10 or 11 years old, I had to be like, Dad, it's that time. I think I, you know, I have to start getting those pads. And this man goes out and he buys literally the biggest maxi pads they sell. I'm walking to fucking middle school with like this big ass diaper going on, and this is the years of like the early 2000s where super low rise jeans are in. So people know what you've got going on in your underpants. And granted, my underpants still had Kermit the Frog on them at the time, but even that was less embarrassing than the fact that I had the biggest pads in the world on. But he did his best. I'm sure you all wanted to hear a good menstruation joke, right? I don't know, you're all talking about Kim Reynolds and how she's taking women's rights away, and it's like, yes, that is funny to you, because you're all privileged white men. I know it's so hard for you these days, I'm sorry. But, you know, at least you can joke about it, right? I know, I basically just said fuck all y'all, but I mean, let's face it. There are definitely days where I kind of wish I was a privileged white man, but there are also a lot of days where I'm really grateful that I am a woman, because, like I said, I do love women. Like, I will give a woman a compliment every fucking time I see her, whether it's I see her outfit and I'm like, oh my god, girl, your outfit is slamming, you look fabulous. Like, I will tell any woman how amazing they look and how much of a queen they are and how much they should go out and fucking get it. And I think about the fact that I'm like, yo, if I said this as a dude, I would get made so fucking fast. I'm glad I am still at least somewhat good looking enough to pass that I am a female. Because, oh my god, like it is. It's like, think about it. Like the three other women that are here tonight. When I, fuck off, JT. What men say that to me all the time, it's fine. But he's gonna go up and say something about how great he is in bed, just wait. But no, like, we love hearing compliments from other women, but if men give us the same compliment, we literally look at them and go, ew, go away. And it's, you know, we've earned that. We fucking earned that. Let's fucking build women up, right? Right? Look at all these women out here tonight. Like our bartender, look at how fucking fabulous she looks. We've got this other beautiful queen back here who I think is also coming up on stage tonight that looks fucking amazing in glitter shoes of all things. Like, oh my god. And then, like, other than adorable Dawn Faust here, like half of you look like you just rolled out of bed and maybe put on a clean shirt. Fuck all y'all. We tried today. Us and Dawn, we fucking tried today. Alright, thank you guys for listening to my bullshit. I love it, great. Have a wonderful goddamn night. JT, I'll see you later.
Lauren Moody, everybody. Lauren Moody. Trying to find belly button fuckers. Can't even find their own clitoris. Got him. That's true. I can't. Hey, everybody. We got a few more comments for you. Make some noise for Lauren today, everybody. Lauren Moody, everybody. Lauren Moody. We got some more comments for y'all. On deck, we got Sarah. Sarah is on deck. Sarah's on deck. Coming up right now, Jacob Lee Downey, everybody. Jacob Lee Downey.
Alright, I might follow I had an entire sip of alcohol. I am tore up. So I'm going to tell you a joke or two. I'm going to try and make them funny. Opening for the great Sarah. She's amazing. Thai fighter, right? Thai singer? Okay, never mind. Did I mention I was drunk? Okay, thank you. That's probably that's the best joke I got. Johnny, I'm gonna tell these jokes for you, buddy, because you missed out last night. No, we were like, it was like there was all kinds of stuff going on. I don't know what's happening, but it was a wild time, man. Yeah, you got to get it on the check. Okay, but here's what was going on this week. So I got a new job, and after 2 weeks. They gave me a big box of celery. And I told them I thought I was a salaried employee. I said, if they can't give me a jar of peanut butter as a bonus, then this deal is over. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, so I figured this out, right? I'm waiting to have kids until I'm rich. That way I can blame their douchebag behavior on the money, not on my lack of parenting skills. Thinking ahead. Speaking of which, I was thinking the other day, I got some multicolored boxers, like where the package of boxers, every boxer is a different color boxer shorts. I like that. That way I can tell them apart so I can determine which pair is lucky. Just us. Okay, all right. No, dude, you gotta know. How do you tell, right? You can't, you gotta try them out. So, speaking of which, I met a girl who likes it when I shave her initial into my pubes. But I shaved the wrong letter. So now I'm trying to fix the letter like I'm fixing my grade school report card. And my teacher told me that skill would never come in handy. But things didn't work out. she was toxic, you know. So I mean, really, really toxic. Like so toxic, she burned off the toxic warning labels, man. I mean, there were red flags. They were so red they were on fire. Mostly because she picked the other guy, but that's all right. And yeah, actually, I'm going to talk about how I'm good in bed because that's part of the joke. Is that I don't know why she picked the other guy. I'm bigger, I'm smarter, I smell better, I drive faster, I misspell left words. All right, thanks, James. But it's better in text because of the word left. Okay, less word, whatever. We're at an open mic, right? Moving past that one. She had high heels on. Did I tell that one 2 weeks ago? I can't tell how old these jokes are. I'm gonna tell. You want me to tell the high heels joke? Okay. So she had some high heels, and it had me wondering, ladies, why is it that you wear high heels? I mean, is it because it makes you look more powerful? Maybe. I mean, I would think so, because Reebok is now coming out with a new pair of high heels. It's like those shoes where you push the ball and they fill with air, but these are high heels. So you can elevate yourself to new heights. You can go from feminist to librarian to CEO just by squeezing the little balls underneath. But, you know, so now it didn't work out, and I was supposed to say that one like 3 jokes ago. But anyway, yeah, it didn't work out. So I'm back on the market, and someone told me I need to go to church to meet women. Like, that's going to make sense, because, I mean, I can just see it now. People are like, who's that weird guy standing in the back? And they're like, oh, that's just Jacob. He's trying to pick up chicks on the way out of the confessional. Hey, baby, I see you just got right with the Lord. So that's our new dating app. It's called Reconciliation. So really, I'll just close with my own. I'm thinking of this dating app. You know, right now I just don't want to die alone. So I got a dating app where you can sign up and you'll be matched with people who are single but deceased. That way, you can lie next to them in eternal bliss, but you don't have to put up with them in real life. Thanks for putting up with my jokes. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Jacob Lee Downey, everybody. To dating dead single people, everybody. Good old Tinder's gonna be changed up a lot. You know, revolutionary dead Tinder here, man. Revolutionary. We've got just a few more comics for y'all. Other comics on deck. We got Mr. Jason Rowe. Jason Rowe is on deck. Coming up the stage right now. Make some noise, Sarah Tysinger, everybody. Sarah Tysinger.
So I was back there, and Ben Wallace comes up and goes, hey, if I stick around, will you let me mow your lawn? I said, only if you bring the bush trimmers. And he goes, I was thinking of a moment, is this going to be creepy, or no, just go for it? Like, yeah, you did both, it's fine. Wow, none of this is funny. Can I just say some weird stories?
Yes!
Cool, okay. So I was out to dinner tonight, we went out to a steak place. The waitress was kind of cute, she had like a nose ring, some tattoos. I noticed her smiling at me a lot. It's pretty cool. The thing is, I'm trying to get my brother laid, alright? It's his birthday! But she's smiling at me. And then my dad, so she says, hey, your hair. Like after I ordered my steak, she's like, your hair. It's falling really nicely. And my parents are staring at her, and I'm like, dude, my parents are watching me get hit on by a lady. And she's like, is that your natural hair color? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, wow, that's really nice. And then my dad looks at me and looks at her and goes, yeah, she's just hoping a guy walks by and notices too. on Christmas Eve. And she stayed the night. And they're telling me this story about how awful it was for them that they woke up and there's this woman half naked on their couch. Not only that, she joins in. She gets dressed, sits down for breakfast, just never talks about going home, so she doesn't. Joins in the board games. I'm like, you guys, you're saying this like a bad thing. This is my new fucking plan. Are you kidding? I don't want to go to my family Christmas. What, get drunk and fight? No! You guys are never going to see me on Christmas Day now. I'm going to go out, stay home. Board games, you wake up, there's a celebration, everybody's in a good mood. The best part is, it's the Midwest. Nobody's telling you to get the fuck out. Woo! This is my new dating plan. I love it. Okay, so some of you know I'm a little witchy. People have asked me over the years to do some hexes, do some curses on men. Thing is, I don't like to hex. It's not my game. Until my friend comes to me and says, Sarah, this guy told me I'm a bad mom. Get the fucking jars. Where's the jars? What's his name? Write it down. Does anybody have any extra jars? Anybody have any rusted nails? We're doing this. She says, okay, so here's the thing you don't know. We put a picture in a jar and we piss on it. It's nice. It's just a thing. So she's like, I just want to make it really bad. I'm like, it's cool. We'll just all eat asparagus ahead of time. It'll be really gross. Just group pissing in jars. And she texts me separately from the chat and says, what happens if maybe that was a dream of his? For someone to eat asparagus and then pee on him. Oh my. Wow. Like, God fucking damn it. What else can we eat? What else are we pissing? So we got that done. Whatever. We're in. Okay, this is weird now. The best part is, you guys, did you guys know in America right now, the rate of syphilis is super high? Woo! Damn it, Mike. Thanks, Mike. So fucking high, we have a shortage of penicillin. Thanks, syphilis. The thing is, I just wanted to piss in a jar and make his dick fall off during the time of syphilis, where there's no penicillin. Good luck with that. Anyway, I guess.
Sarah, everybody. Sarah. Boys. You guys, they call, so manicures when you get your fingernails, pedicures when you get your toenails, holy cures when you get your Jesus nails. So, darker one for today. You guys, I've been heading up on the dating recently. Dating's been a lot of fun. I motorboated for the first time recently, a little while ago. That's always some fun shit. Motorboating, fun shit right there. When I was in high school, everybody, I did not know what that word meant. I did not know what motorboating was. I really just thought it was when guys took their lady out like on a little boat trip or something. Little motorboat trip right there. Just a good old motorboat trip. No wonder my teacher was so fucking mad at me when I said I hope my dad motorboats my mom tonight. It's like, JT, what is going on at home? I need to know. We've got a few more comics for y'all people. We got on deck is Nikki, everybody. On deck is Nikki. Coming up this stage right now, make some noise. Jason Rowe, everybody. Jason Rowe is coming up right now. Oh, wow. Jason Rowe, everybody.
Hello. Before Madam Mooney came up here and gassed all the girls up, it's pretty depressing and very, very pop culture. I don't know. I'm gonna giggle anyway, because it's behooving me to do things like that, because I'm supporting you guys. Miss Mooney back there, she about damn near snatched the whole show from us. Jesus Lord. You said you were married for 10 years?
What?
You've been married for 10 years?
No, I've been with him for 10 years.
Yeah,
Married for
keep
4.
it up. You're crushing it. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. At least I can say shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's harder, like, to, like, not articulate things. And, like, back in the day, like, when people grunted and shit, like, you couldn't make up, like, excuses. Like every time I'm sweating, I'm always like, oh, I just run hot. Yeah, I actually read it. It's amazing how everyone who says the same shit, right? I had this all come down my head. I wrote some shit down. I got drunk. And anybody who says they got too high to talk, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I can't read my own hair right now. I don't want to hear shit like that. Forgive me. We can talk about it later. There's something about here. Anyway, I'm just gonna kind of ride everybody else's coattails now, since that's what we do around here. We all give I don't know how this happened, like, but I'm up here anyway. No. Who was the gentleman that had the red green hat? Was it Cunningham? Last name Cunningham? Don't let that man disrespect that hat. That is one of the dopest hats. He got the flair and everything. Does anybody know what the show Red Green? Yeah! You have to forgive me. I'm getting adjusted with holding microphones to my mouth. It's not a natural thing to grab a cylindrical object and just put it towards your mouth. Unless, yeah. So, just don't let that man shit on his hat. That's probably one of the dumbest hats I've ever seen. I was going to ask him to sell it to me. For real. He got, I think, a couple lures on. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I just be lurking. And I'm the same way as everybody else. Like, I got this shit like ripped down or something that it's scribbled. I don't know. Then I come up here and talk about like, why everybody talks about pop culture, and I just can't wrap my head around it. You know. So. The Britney Spears thing. That bitch is, dude. That bitch is killing it. Could you imagine being fucking in slavery since the time you were born, being a pop star and still killing it? That's amazing. I could like that's basically like what Hollywood is. It's like our concentration camp. In a sense. I don't know. I feel like I should like try to make excuses why I can't get funny, but I'm not gonna do that. If I start backtracking now, I'm gonna fucking drown myself. I'm gonna pace it. I appreciate that. I don't know what to do with it when you do it. Like it's like when someone says, "Hey, how are you doing?" and no one says shit. Well, I kind of throws it off. Then you got for time to keep your energy up. You're kind. I try to project the same shit. It's not easy with a bunch of bucks. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta like, why didn't I understand the dream? This is like, yeah, no, it's true. Most open mics you go to, it's a pretty cliquey group that's already got themselves asserted. So it's like first day of school, gotta try to be funny, otherwise they won't like me. But that's how you shake it off. Yeah, you did the right thing. Isn't it crazy that Alex Trebek died? Like, anybody would like grow up and there's like some people you just think they're not gonna fucking go, and one day they go. It's like, oh. Not that there wasn't any kind of qualm in betweens. It was just like, I don't know. I just thought Alex Trebek was the beast because I always wanted to be smart and I wasn't smart, so I watched Jeopardy with people who were smart. And try to, do the shit. Mix it up. I feel like I should throw in the towel. Okay. Well, this was fun. You guys be safe.
Jason Rowe, everybody. Jason Rowe. We got just a couple more comments for y'all. On deck. For y'all. We got a couple more comments. On deck, Mike Adrales, everybody. The Filipino sensation, Mike Adrales. He's my uncle, everybody. He's my uncle. Coming up right now, please make some noise for Nikki, everybody. For Nikki.
What's up?
Hey, girl.
So, I wonder if anybody noticed that I like disappeared for like a month and a half. retiring and such, and so I just really appreciate it if someone could like yell at me and tell me that I shouldn't be up here because I need like a wheelchair or something. Or maybe I'm gonna be like the next president, you know? I need a wheelchair. Somebody need that. No, so some people got it. Okay, no, I'm just joking. So recently I've been watching Kids. It's been a whole thing. My favorite babysitting kid decided to grow up and become a teenager and get a boyfriend. So that's been really interesting. We ended up like having a thing where we had to discuss why Red Lobster couldn't be her boyfriend anymore. Like why that wasn't good enough. Like everybody wants Red Lobster as their boyfriend. Like you go in there, you be like, yeah, I get girlfriend benefits, free Red Lobster. But it's only when like me or mom's there to pay. You know. I don't know. As far as like dating life goes, there's like a lot of things that are just wrong with dating apps. Like, why are guys taking pictures of their boners in like briefs? Like, we want to see that. I wonder if they're autistic sometimes because of the social awareness aspect of that. And like, I don't know. Yeah, Friday was really fun because I thought I was gonna have a date, so I got up and I got all dressed and like I was like, yeah, I'm having a date, and I got all pretty and I even put contacts in. Like I was really excited for this guy. He had like a 4-year degree in economics and like lived out in Iowa City, and we had gone on a good date before that, and then he canceled. After I put contacts in, guys. After I fucking put contacts in, I poked my eyeballs for this man so he could see my eyeballs, because the last date he complained that I was wearing glasses and why he put his contacts in. I know, right? And so like I did the mature adult thing and said, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. And I said, here's why. I actually don't know why. I don't. It might have had something to do with the fact that I feel like I was being sabotaged by him telling me it's okay to trauma dump. But it also might be the fact I poked my eyeballs for him and he's canceled. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. So who else here likes mac and cheese?
Hell yeah.
So I got a good mac and cheese thing. So has anybody fell asleep with mac and cheese? Raise your hands. Okay, I had that experience like last Saturday. I was like watching Netflix and I was like, you know what, who needs a date? That was literally yesterday. It was literally yesterday, guys. I was like, we're just gonna fall asleep with this bowl of mac and cheese. And that's what I did.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, that's my set. Apparently like half the people in here like are sleeping, so it's fine. It's literally fine. That's all I got today. Don't forget to protect your vaginas.
Nikki, everybody. Nikki. Protect them vaginas at all costs. Is the moral of the story. We got one more comedian for y'all. One more comedian. Filipino sensation himself. Whoa, he's my uncle. We go way back, guys. Way back to Harley Corrins or something. In Bettendorf. Yeah. Some place in Bettendorf. I don't know the fucking place, but yeah. Give it up for Mike Adrales, everybody. Mike Adrales is coming up right now. Right fucking now.
Oh, give it up for Tom, man. I guess. Oh my God! Everybody go home. Mike Adrales showed up late, like always. Yeah. I don't have any joke for you at all. I'm just trying to kill time. I mean, in real life time. Everybody's yelling. Sarah's making my simplest joke earlier. Yeah. And Lauren Extreme is Mike Adrales' fault. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I look like a koala. So I probably have that. No, I have no herpes. Yeah, I have that. I'm gonna put that tattoo on my lips. Say herpes. 24/7. I'm just kidding. I don't have enough sex to have STDs. Well, I was around in the 90s, so whatever the fuck's around in the 90s, I got it. Because I was fucking everybody in the 90s, man. Paula San, she probably got herpes. We hooked up one time. It was under the cloud, so it was fine. It was a stormy day. Terrence Well, that motherfucker got herpes too. That's why he's delivering fucking weather news all fucked up, because herpes makes you do that. I like fixing things for nothing. There's nothing wrong with this mic stand. I just feel like I need to do it. Hey, how you doing, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing great.
This is the 7th time I called you ma'am. Every time I see you, god damn it. Why do you have sleeves on? Are you a Russian mafia?
I lost them.
In a bed or what? Oh, so you're very tan lately. You been tanning? Been working outside? I've been working outside and I got pulled over today for being black. Well, darker than I should be. He shot me on my leg. My leg's fucked up. My leg's broken, actually. I don't know how to tell at work that I have a broken leg. I should not probably weld, because I'm a welder. I don't think you can weld with a broken leg. I mean, I don't know what the standards for welding is. Is this your boyfriend? This is Jesus, but with disguise. But also do a lot of acid. John, how you doing, man? You've been chilling here all night, like you're trying to kill somebody, like trying to get away with murder. How to drown somebody in a canoe. When you go to Macopa and canoe with your girlfriend. I don't know. You have a girlfriend? Elrod, is it? How's Elrod doing? She's alive? Haven't seen her in 20 years, so I hope you didn't kill her. I hope you didn't kill her. Have not seen her on Facebook, Instagram, fuck, on the news. She's done. What'd you do, John? You good? You alright?
I haven't seen her either.
Right?
I agree. Where has she been?
Skinny Mo is agreeing. Oh, she works here? No, that's Diana, which is I'm in love with, but she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that at all. She doesn't know I know where she lives, which is over there. Behind that next door house. Another white guy. You live with the white guy next to the white guy? Right? Yeah. Yep, correct. Oh my god, stop her, I know it. You know what surprise stock? Goddamn Matt Mooney. I know it. Matt Mooney. He got a haircut. He looks different. He looks like trying to be in a boy band now. But before he was like a heavy metal, now he's like, fuck heavy metal. Bye from now on. You guys get that reference? I was just in Iowa's Funniest Contest. Fucking, I didn't make it. Like always, because I'm talking like this the whole time. Fuck you. I'm like the whole time, like, fuck this Iowa Comic Contest. What? They're not gonna let me win. Because I'm not white. That'd be the worst thing from Iowa is like an immigrant winning it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I did for 5 minutes, and I went over my time. So they like cut me off and they tried to kill me and shit. I'm like, whatever, I'm too quick. So I swam by the river, which is right there, next to Cedar Rapids. Ma'am, you ever been to Cedar Rapids, ma'am? Yeah? Are you on Tinder? What are you doing, ma'am? Ma'am, I'll fuck you. I swear to God, I'll do it. Not because I want you, I just need a new green card. I'm not fucking you romantically. I'm not taking you to Olive Garden afterward. We're going to fucking Taco Bell, get diarrhea and shit. Ross's, is your fancy? Is Ross's still around? Oh yeah, it is. They moved to like fucking not by the river anymore. They're in Bettendorf now. I'm not allowed in Bettendorf because I look like this. That's why when Sarah's from Bettendorf, and like, Sarah, let me come over. It's like, no, you're from Downport. You're not allowed. Like, oh, bitch. Okay, listen. Sorry, you have time. You have a hard time getting a date. Is that what you said?
Me?
Yeah. No. Oh, that was Nicole. Yeah, Nicole, you would have a hard time getting a date, Nicole. I feel like you don't know your ABCs.
That's me.
That's me? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nicole. Your titties are nice, though. Don't worry. It's fine.
It's a compliment sandwich.
This is why I'm not allowed This is why I'm not allowed in Dyersville. You guys ever been to Dyersville? That's why you kill yourself. Dyersville. The Dyer Village, you know. I'm not allowed there because I told them to kill themselves and Kevin Costner. I did a show there with James. James, you were guilty. I feel like I was the only one getting prosecuted. You did your sodomy joke, James. That's fucking, they killed it. They loved that. Like, what the fuck? Good times. Actually, I'm gonna change my style. I'm gonna start writing songs, James. I'm gonna start writing songs. Not tonight, but I'll do it eventually. Oh man, you guys have an immigrant dad? They're the worst people in the world. I made it through high school without English in my name at all. My dad's not proud. Like, man, go back. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not doing that for 4 years. I'm not reading Clifford the Burger, Don't Fart 2 again. Now this is true story. James and time. My dad would call my teachers in West High School and tell them to lower down my grade because they said they were doing the double standard on me. Like, motherfucker, I have to cut the grass. That's why I got fucking extra credit. Oh, bye, girl. I'll have a dream about you later. Well, it's my dream. Don't be disgusted. It's my dream. I'm sorry. I know where you live. You live in Bettendorf somewhere. Probably right the river. She's not fancy enough to be living uptown. I feel like you're fancier than her, man. I mean, man. Fuck you in your light talents. How's your mom doing? Let me get her number. Oh, speaking of Edna, man. But that's dirty, man. I told him about him. Like, you know, I'm making fun of Edna in the comedy world. He goes, what? I was like, yeah, I think Edna's taking my inheritance. I think why? Because she sucked better dick than me. My dad pulled his pants down. Like, what the fuck? Not right now. We're in the kitchen. You gotta take me to the bedroom, Dad, for the inheritance money. No, my dad man, I don't know this guy, know this fucking lady in the Philippines, she's hot, I'd fuck her. I would fuck the shit out of Edna. But also, she got a credit card and I didn't, so I'm upset. Yeah, true story. Yeah, this is the last time you guys are gonna see me. I'm gonna quit comedy. I'm gonna go run for Congress instead. I think that's a better gig. You don't have to lie as much there. I mean, you know. You don't have to make up stories all the time. You can just say, oh, fuck the Democrats, and you win, or whatever. Whatever you want to, do whatever you want. But being a comedian, you'll be like, man, I gotta pretend I'm 6'3" all the time. I gotta pretend I'm handsome, shit. I can't do it because, man, look at me, I'm not. It's the worst. I'm on day apps, like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a welder and a comedian, and then delete me all of a sudden. Like, bitch, you put Davenport, you're my only match. Or my other match from Moline, which I don't want. Ma'am, you on day nap? Ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll talk to you this later. Fuck you in your nighttime, brother. Alright.
Hey, give it up for Mike Cadralas, everybody. Mike Cadralas. We did not make Mike Cadralas bingo tonight, unfortunately. It was good for me. We did not make Mike Cadralas bingo. Mike Cadralas bingo. It's hard to play sometimes. It's hard to fucking play sometimes. We were doing Mike at Gypsy Highway one time, and that place serves food too. So you got families that show up to Gypsy Highway, and Mike Cadralas was up on stage doing a set, and he was talking to this one family watching the show, and there's a kid with a family. There was a couple kids in the crowd watching Mike Cadralas shenanigans, and he pulled one of the kids up on stage to talk to the kid, and yeah, the kid was definitely taller than Mike Cadralas. I will say that right now, taller than Mike Cadralas. And Mike talks to the kids like, you know, kid, what? Do you want to be the next Mike Cadralas when you grow up? And the kid goes, what's that? Good times. Classic Gypsy Highway times. What's that? Make some noise for all the performers tonight. Thank you guys for sticking around. We got some upcoming shows coming up at the Village Theater. We got Taboo Burlesque next weekend, Friday and Saturday, as a matter of fact. The Eclectic Market, I'm glad I didn't fuck up the pronunciation there. The Eclectic Market, that's next Sunday of next weekend as well. And July 28th, we got some improv for you. Holy smokes, Wayne Lyers improv show, holy smokes, if you're familiar with that. And then later next month, beginning of the next month, August 3rd to the 6th, we got Much Ado About Nothing. Little Shakespeare with a frenzy players over here. So yeah, got all sorts of shows, man. Look up Village Theater. Check us out, Quad City Stand-Up Comedy page on Facebook, and yeah, we'll see all the events indeed. This coming Wednesday, the 19th, is going to be some open mic at Skylark, and 21st at Speakeasy, Circuit 21 Speakeasy open mic. James Draper's hosting that one. Yeah. Come on down, watch some comedy. But hey, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I've been JT Cage. Got him.
It's been like a month or so since I've
Yeah.
been.
So it's a little strong.
It's good.
A month is a long time. You're almost like,
Yeah. So
yeah, fuck it up.
I got down in here and I was like, woo.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I've been doing it like Mike, where I'll get, I'll get a Coke, and I'll get a double of something separate. And
Yeah.
I sip on it. After that, I'm like, woo, where I could put that in one drink, and I need 4 or 5, and
Yeah.
tipsy. I sip on that straight, and I'm like, okay, we're ready to go.
Probably the way your body metabolizes every time. Yeah, absolutely.
So in my 20s, I was like storing my Crown in the freezer.
Okay.
And no ice, just Crown, freezer Crown and ice cold Pepsi. And I would chug one of those and I would like roll on the floor for like 30 seconds.
Lord.
It was a real serious hit.
Did you get like a freezer?
It was a lot of work. I just did drugs, no?
That's a good point though. It must have been like a brain freeze with the alcohol involved.
Oh, like your reaction made you roll on the floor. You weren't like intentionally doing it to like.
Yeah, I thought like you're mixing it.
Yeah.
I'm making a shake.
Together now.
Is this something that I missed?
No, it was. I could barely walk.
Ooh, Lord. Yeah, I like that.
I'm not a big fan of Canadian whiskey. You know, the Crown is a little sour for me. But that Apple Crown, when it's frozen, when
Yeah,
it's cold,
I like
oh
Apple
my
Crown.
God.
I like to drink Apple Crown and paint a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's perfect just like to sip it when it's like on ice.
So what about like peach crown?
I'm not really into peach. I actually really fucking love peach, but I don't like peach crown.
Yeah, the Apple Crown is really the only one that I liked. It was a Jack.
The honey jack.
Honey Jack.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I did that
That's
for a
nice,
little bit, but then it got like a little bit too syrupy. Yeah.
But you get a double, sip on that, you know, put like a snifter. Oh, that'd be nice. Kind of like a Grammy. You get kind of a Grammy kind of a feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you said, very syrupy. And Grammy is very syrupy.
It is. Yeah, it is.
But
It's really good at like a Paloma though.
we were punching it. All right.
I wonder how like a honey whiskey and apple whiskey would go.
You too. I will see you this
I mean, I don't know. It's good, but it's nice like when you like put them on the rocks so that you don't like have to actually have a mixer, because I feel like for me specifically if I have like a club mixer or something like that, like the sugar, it ends up like I have like a worse hangover. If I
Yeah.
just drink it straight, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't drank a lot of straight, but I think I know what you mean because it's like the sugar and the alcohol. It's like my body's used to taking up the sugar,
Yeah.
and then it takes up the alcohol with it. And it's like,
It's a lot. Give me your body an extra word.
Dina, right?
Dina. Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
You did great.
We're friends on Facebook, so.
What?
We're friends on Facebook.
Yes, yes we are. Absolutely.
It's a good show.
It was a good show. I like how it came out.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was excited. So.
It's been a while since I've been here movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it has. Like Lauren broke her foot. Did you see that? So Lauren, what she usually does is she broke her foot. Like she fell down the stairs out of the last show. Or like after. At home.
At home, yeah.
At home.
Not here.
Yeah, not here. I was saying that.
Please make sure everybody
I
knows
was
that.
saying, I was saying that immediately after I realized how that
Never
sounded.
anybody.
That was literally my first question. I'm like, she didn't break it here, did she?
No.
No!
No, when she got home, yeah, she fell on the stairs and broke her foot. And it looked gnarly as fuck. She posted that on Facebook.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
like, holy smokes. Girl.
Yeah.
I need to close out my tab.
Alright, I got you, girl.
Thanks, me.
I need to go and live stream and use some numbers.
Awesome. And yeah, this was live streamed tonight. In fact, it's literally still live streaming. So
Oh.
whatever you said, I hope you're proud of. Because yeah, that hurt.
Tina and Diana.
It's my chat bot.
Same person.
So, alright, have a good night.
Very cool.
Hey.
Honestly, what broke me is when Sarah made her syphilis joke and I went, damn, like me. He's like, what's syphilis? And he apparently didn't. Either he's really good at pretending or he genuinely doesn't know.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I was like,
He
you're-
knows.
I suspect
Thoughts
he
on
knows.
things. He's like, shit, I rather
He's got that shot.